My name is James Harris, aka Dewey Da Don, and I am simply a motivational speaker and an entrepreneur. My concentration areas are entertainment and philanthropy. I think out of all the transformational moments that I had over my lifetime, I would say that one of the key moments is probably when I got the opportunity to be introduced to the Usher New Look program. And that's where I first was introduced to the concept of how you can match your passion with an educational pursuit. And I went from just, wanting to be a rapper and in front of the camera to actually thinking about how can I cut the middleman out? How can I be more entrepreneurial in my endeavors and my thinking? And, it was history since then, you know what I'm saying? I went on to, develop my own businesses and work my way up through New Look. I have a production company, Loud Pack Productions. We do photography, videography, as well as web development, graphic design, things like that. Anything when it comes to like producing content, as well as audio engineering. I have my own residential home studio right now, and I've been booking clientele out of there. I also have a motivational speaking business, James Harris Speaks, where I go and speak, whether it be to youth or whether it be to motivating, people within the corporate sector, employees and things like that. How I find the time to do the things that I do is a balance of definitely time management. You gotta have time management skills, as well as you can't do this alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, even if you're doing what it is that you love, if you're trying to make a business out of it, it's gonna take a lot of work. And you want to have other people that you can weigh in on when you might be a little tired, when you may be a little weak, as well as to give you another perspective outside of yours, right? The more that we collaborate, the more that we can actually concentrate our results and our efforts, you know what I'm saying? So it's power in the numbers. And I also think that you gotta have the balance of planning as well as implementation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't spend so much time thinking about it that you don't do anything, but at the same time, you can't just run around just acting on every little whoos, idea and thought. So it's really a balance. And lastly, I would say acquiring your network, right? So a lot of times you can eliminate costs or blockage or just things that you can get around just simply by who you know. It's important for me to give back to the community, specifically within the youth, because I have always believed that the youth, even though this may sound cliche, that the youth really are the future, and that if you invest into a youth today, that's gonna make the world a better place. When it comes to a lot of the ideas, innovation, we've seen time and time has proven that change really starts with the youth, and it trickles its way up to the top, right? So, and I even just reflect and think about myself, like, I always had a lot of potential, but I wasn't necessarily the leader that led people in a positive way. But it was through mentorship, it was through people exposing me to opportunities that was outside of my community, my neighborhood, the circumstances that I grew up with that motivated me to be a bigger person, a better person. When it comes to just jumping out in full-fledged pursuing your passion and just quitting your job, especially like me specifically, like I had grew a certain level of comfortability because I've been with the organization for over 10 years. But at the same time, I was feeling very convicted because here I am teaching the youth and urging the youth to pursue their passion, but I'm not doing so myself wholeheartedly. I had to do it, you know what I'm saying? But you also brace yourself for what it could look like, right? So like, even prior to me just leaving, I'd already kind of set my stuff up financially, whether it be saving, I have a lot of financial investments, diversified portfolios, whatnot. I just bought and built my crib, you know what I'm saying? My third daughter is already here. So it's like, a lot of these things, like, I ain't just wake up in the morning like, hey, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it was very calculated. But I urge anyone, like, you got to, I think that the key to success is entrepreneurship, because it's like this. And not to bash no corporations, no nothing, because I feel like when you go and work for them, you get an experience and a skill set that you can't get anywhere else. And sometimes that's an experience that's better outside of school. And this is what I leave you with. You could work 30 years for a corporation, building it from the ground up. When you die, before your obituary is printed out, they're gonna have your job posted. You feel me? You can't pass down no job position to nobody. You can't be, here son, he gonna have to go through the same hoops, please the same people, and go through the same stuff that you did. But through entrepreneurship, you create legacy. You have something tangible that you can literally hand down, you know what I'm saying, to your kids, give them options, seeing them, you know what I'm saying? So like, just knowing the fact of a lot of us is playing the game, but we playing it to lose because we're losing, we're missing out on the bigger picture. And I'm just pursuing what I feel like is the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't play it safe your whole life, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at the world and be like, they just accept it for how it is. I'm one of them people that question, why? Why can't it be like this? This is how I see it. This is how it's gonna be for me. General advice that I would give to entrepreneurs is seek knowledge beyond what is just typically presented to you. You have to research, you have to self-educate, and know that a lot of this stuff and the information that you're receiving is with an intended purpose. But you have to understand, is that your truth? In the world, there are two truths, absolute truth and there's your truth. From the absolute truth, we create our own truths. That's where you get all these religions, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? But you have to live within your truth. Your whole life, people gonna stereotype you no matter how good or bad you're doing. People are gonna have this preconceived notion about you because it's gonna make them feel more comfortable maneuvering in their life if they feel like they got you figured out. But if it's something that you're not, know that your actions reflect that. So if that's not you, don't be that. Don't do that. But if you say that you're great, that you're a leader, that you awesome, you got this sauce you dripped out, your brand should reflect that. Your work ethic should reflect that. Your sauce should reflect that. On and off the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, your brand is your everything. Your brand precedes you. It speaks for you when you ain't there. So work hard so your work will speak for you. So you ain't gotta talk. We quiet. We get quiet money. So that's what I would leave them with.